Welcome back to The Surly Cook. Today I'm making some dinner rolls. Very simple dinner roll recipe. One of the things I like about these is that from start to finish is only about 2 hours. The other nice thing about this recipe, which comes from allrecipes.com, is that it makes just 8 rolls, perfect size for a family dinner. So we'll start with some sugar, to which I will add 2 1/4 teaspoons of instant yeast. And this is warmed milk and butter that I'm adding. Now, the recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of flour altogether. At first, I'm going to add just 1 cup of the flour and mix that together and let it sit for about 10 minutes. That will let the yeast start to proof a little bit before I make the dough. Now, here's another cup of flour. Here's the salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 last 1/4 cup. And before I begin mixing, I'm going to spray this 8-inch cake pan. That's the other nice thing, small batch, small pan. You can use a toaster oven to do these. So now I'll add the rest of the dry ingredients, speed up that dough hook, and you notice that it's very sticky, but as it comes together and the gluten develops, it pulls away from the bowl, and by the end, what you wind up with is a fairly silky, damp dough, but not sticky. Okay, maybe a little bit sticky. Now we'll form that into a ball, put it back in the bowl, and then we'll put a towel over it and let it proof for about 40 minutes to 1 hour. When that time is up, we'll put it on a lightly floured surface, form it back into a ball, and now I'm going to cut this ball into 8 pieces of approximately the same size. They don't have to be exactly the same size because once you put them back in the pan, they'll almost form a loaf again, so they'll bake pretty evenly, even if they're slightly different sizes. So we'll roll these into balls, put them in the pan, and now what we're going to have to do is let that proof a second time. So you see they're fairly small balls. There's a little space in the pan there. We'll put a towel over it, let it rise for about another 20 minutes to a half hour, and that's what it looks like after that. So now we'll go to our toaster oven. We'll set it at 375, and these will bake for about 20 minutes. And when those 20 minutes are up, what you'll have is a batch of golden, delicious dinner rolls. You'll find a link to this recipe in the comments below with some other information about how this video was made. And you'll find the entire recipe posted and described at thesurlycook.com. So click subscribe if you liked what you watched, and join us every weekend here at The Surly Cook. Thanks for watching. See you next time.